Hey, Coach Kyle here from Double Phoenix Jiu-Jitsu. So I want to talk to you guys about the most common question I hear the white belts at our gym asking themselves. They go, this is for anybody who's brand new, or they're like, you know, a white belt who's like training maybe 2 months and under. But probably it's a problem in a lot of gyms, just, you know, up to two, maybe it happens all up to 2 years or even longer. So the most common question I think that white belts are asking in their head is, you know, what do I do next? What do I do now? I got to a good position. Okay, now what? That question. Okay, now what? So what'll help you, a couple things that'll help you is, you know, work on whatever you did in the technique, you know, the technique for the day. Try to work on that. So, hey, let's just say the technique was getting around the person's legs and solidifying that good position, maybe side control. Hey, if you pass, see how many times you can pass. So I would recommend backing up, you know, get back to the place where you can execute that move again. Try to funnel the match into a spot where you can work on that technique that you just did. That's one way of getting past that. What do I do now? Another way is don't think what do I do now. Think questions like, how do I take away more space? If you're already in a good spot, how do I make this spot tighter? How do I take away more space? Or if you're in a bad spot, first of all, you should be focused on just how do I survive here, you know? And a big common thing that white belts deal with is they're breathing. They don't know how to breathe under pressure while in a situation where a guy's, you know, rolling with you or a girl's rolling with you. They don't breathe. They hold their breath. They go, they tense every muscle in their whole body and start like trying to use force. Relax. Try to be efficient. Try to breathe. Keep your head straight. You're like a Navy SEAL, all right? You're in training. I don't want to compare that. I know the Navy SEALs train real, like, insanely hard. So, but in a similar way, you need, you know, they have a mental fortitude and a sharpness. Like, I know some of these guys personally, they're so mentally tough and they're so like unshakable under pressure. That's what you want to try to get closer to, and when somebody's attacking you, you want to just be like, keep your head together, stay positive in your mind, okay, and breathe. Shrug your shoulders. That's another good thing you can do as a white belt. Shrug your shoulders, put your chin next to your shoulder, like use your hands, get your hands in the way of your neck. Look, be calm, okay? If you're a white belt, you haven't built any skills yet. You're like a baby sea turtle trying to get to the ocean, okay? You're not like an experienced turtle that's like, you know, traveling from ocean. You know what I mean? You're just getting out of the nest. So give yourself time, dude. Be patient. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. I see so many white belts just like, man, I'm terrible. And yeah, you might be terrible. That's true. You're probably terrible. But hey, when I started Call of Duty, I was terrible. I was getting murked. And, you know, but I had to put in the reps. You know, I would get mad at Call of Duty for sure. But, you know, I would go into the mode of the game where there's nobody playing with me, and I would practice drills. If somebody hit me with a maneuver in Call of Duty, I would go back to, you know, you can go on the map without anybody in it, in the territory, and I would practice the maneuver on like an object. So I would do like jumping in the air, turning sideways, and then firing all at the same time, like, and then hit the ground, hit prone, and then be like down, you know, because I just practiced that motion, right? So that's what you want to do as a white belt. You want to ask better questions. You don't want to say, what do I do next? You want to say, how do I take away space? How do I create space? How do I How do I make myself heavier? How do I get even more control here? You know, how can I get more control? How can I control their hips? How can I free my hips? These are good questions to ask. Probably do you want to start with something simple? Go towards the move you've been working on. If you have to, just try to reset, try to survive. Okay, that's the main thing, you know, you should be working on is survival. And take it day by day. You know, try to compare yourself from a week ago. Try to compare yourself from yesterday. Notice that your cardio might be getting better. You're getting stronger. Your balance is getting better. You're understanding the game. So in my perspective, what would happen to me is as you move up in skill, your vantage point, looking at the game below you, you can see more of the territory. You can see more of the map. And the higher you go, the more you can see. So what would happen to me is I would say, I could wrap my head around a certain position, and the better I got, the more I could see of the game. So, and I'm still, you know, hitting levels where I can see more of the game. I can see how it connects to another part. But at first, you're kind of like on the ground level, so you can't see much. Everything looks crazy. And then you got to get some elevation, you got to get some height. So the only way to do that is through time and patience, and just, hey guys, you're in it for the long haul. Your goal should be black belt, and then in my opinion, once you hit black belt, you want to start over mentally and then try to think of yourself as a white belt again. But anyways, you want to be patient, and you're after like a PhD. So what I would compare it to is, I look at myself as a jiu-jitsu researcher, a student of the game, or a scientist. That, hey, I'm in college. I'm in college right now. I'm going to get my degree, the black belt, the degree. And once I get my degree, then I can practice my research. I can start messing with beakers, and I can mix the stuff, you know, and I can start coming up with experiments, and I can cure cancer. Or whatever you're doing, you know what I mean? Or I can go to help the world, you know? So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to gain knowledge. That's my only priority, my only goal. So that, you know, for me as a coach, my goal was to gain as much knowledge as possible so that then I can help people later on. But honestly, I'm still learning. I'm still trying to gain height. I'm trying to gain altitude so I can see more of the game. I'm addicted. So give yourself time, be patient, give yourself time to develop. Dude, you know, you need to adjust your expectations and just, you know, trust that if you're at a good school and you got good training partners, the techniques are good, you're getting better. Just believe that you're getting better. If you're coming consistently, I believe I'm getting better. So you know, just give yourself time, and also ask better questions. How do I take away space? Work on the move, okay? Take time to drill. You guys can also drill in your head. You know, when you're driving or whatever, you can, or you're in a safe place. Who knows? You're in the shower washing yourself. You think of a move. You think of the move, how to do it. You know what I mean? So, anyways, guys, have fun. Comment below, you know, what's your opinion on this type of thing? Are there certain things that, as a white belt, you ask yourself like constantly? Do you feel lost? Like, what did you maybe do to get around that? You know, I'd love to hear you guys' opinions. So, anyways, subscribe to our channel, our YouTube channel, and you know, you can follow us also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And yeah, feel free to like this video if you want. All right, guys, take care. See ya.